The question I'm often asked a lot in the level 4 certificate in education and training, particularly from those that teach with difficult learners, are how do we encourage good behaviours? So to start with, you need your policies and procedures to set expectations of your learners and the consequences if they don't follow them. This sets out the expectations during the class and should be part of any sort of induction process and reinforced with your ground rules. The idea is that there are clear expectations for your learners. The next stage is when you carry out your initial and diagnostic assessments. So for learners that sign up to level 4 certificate in education and training, we'd like to offer a course consultation to discover the needs of our learners, but it can be done at the initial and diagnostic stage. It's down to your own preferences. You need to find out what your learner needs, identify what their motivations are, and any barriers to learning. It allows you to prepare for any potential issues. So if you discover learners' needs extra support, then you should be proactive and not wait until it's too late. Ground rules reinforce the code of conduct and allow your learners to think about what behaviours are acceptable. This is something to consider, and I do give flexibility depending on the group, but I still find it quite funny when teaching level 4 certificate in education and training that some learners put their hands up and ask, can I go to the toilet? It's very respectful, but I don't think it's really needed in an adult setting. The next way to encourage positive behaviour is to be a role model, lead by example, and be a leader that your learners can look up to. Looking smart and turning up on time is a great way to start. Always remain calm and polite with your learners and show them consideration. I've had heated discussions in a level 4 certificate in education and training where I haven't agreed with what is being said. And I've witnessed some learners offend others, particularly when taught abroad, but there's a way of handling professionally. Learners will look up to how you act and how you deal with things, so you need to set an example. What do you do when you have learners who disrupt your lesson? Do you call them out or do you ignore it? It all depends on the situation and how disruptive the individual is, but generally if you can and it doesn't disturb the class, then I recommend you try to ignore the behaviour and try to praise positive behaviour instead. Everyone wants to be rewarded, so to praise behaviours that you want to enforce. So my 3-year-old boy loves praise, but I will praise any behaviour that his sister or friends do. So my boy will think, I will get rewarded if I do that, so I'm going to try it next time. And it actually does work. You can always use your eye contact to secretly communicate that you disapprove. My wife is really good at that. I can feel the glare inside. Lastly, which is a follow-on to praising positive behaviour, is to praise achievement and effort. Again, other learners are going to try to copy if they recognise they can get praise, which builds up their self-esteem.